Hey friends, welcome to the channel. In this series we'll test some of the oldest recipes ever uploaded. Today we're learning how to make empanadas from mango, who posted this video in 2006. So let's get started. So today we'll also be using maseca for our empanadas. I'm surprised that the packaging looks pretty much exactly the same as it did 17 years ago. The only difference is this one says it's gluten-free now, although I think it was always gluten-free, but in the last 20 years everyone's become gluten intolerant for some reason. Maseca is still the most popular brand for corn flour, used to make things like tortillas, tamales, and pupusas. We're going to use 1 cup of the flour, which is good enough to make about 10 empanadas. We're going to crack 1 egg and separate the yolk using the eggshell. Then we're going to beat the egg white. Also, if you ever notice something black in your egg, I found that it's just remnants of a ruptured blood vessel that occurred during the egg's formation. So it's either that or the egg's gone bad. You can tell by Mango's body language and the way he removed this egg so quickly and perfectly without breaking the yolk that he's done this before. This is what confidence looks like, and I feel like these are going to turn out pretty good. Okay, now we're going to pour our mixture into our flour, and we're going to add half a cup of water. Then we're going to mix until it's all homogeneous. Then we're going to mix it all together using our hands. You don't need a mixer for this because it mixes in much quicker and easier than regular dough would.
That's what good sounds like.
We're going to add some salt and a touch of oil and mix it in again. So Mango decided to omit every measurement for this recipe. Kind of makes everything hard as we're winging it, but luckily I've made canned beans before, so we're going to spice this up real quick. We're going to start off by dicing half an onion. I'm going to use half of this thick heirloom tomato from my last video, and 1 clove of garlic, which I'm going to chop very finely.
We'll start off with olive oil.
On medium heat, we're going to add our veggies, 1/4 teaspoon of oregano, 1/4 teaspoon of smoked paprika, and 1/2 teaspoon of cumin. We'll saute until the onions start to get translucent and your kitchen smells like your apartment building's hallway. Now we're going to add in our beans. So I lied to you a bit earlier, I've never really cooked with baked beans before, and I wasn't sure if I should use the bean water or not, but after some research I found out that it works both ways, so I think we're good to go. So after about 8 minutes, when our beans soften and start looking like
Literal doo-doo water?
we can take the masher out and start mashing them and continue to simmer on low until a lot of the liquid has evaporated and they look like this. This way it'll be easier to put them in the empanadas. So to press the empanadas, I'll be using a Ziploc bag. I just used my knife to cut the edges off and it worked out pretty well. Alright, let's try making our first one. Looks like I can make a pizza pop with this one. It's definitely too big for an empanada, so they're going to need to be about half this size. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to make all the balls, and this way I'll have the measurements right. So I split them into 10 balls. Now let's try making it again.
Nice.
So today we're filling our empanadas with bean and Philadelphia cream cheese. I don't know how this is going to end, but we've gone too far to turn back now. So we're going to carefully place 1 tablespoon of our beans, and then we're going to add 1 thin little slice of Philadelphia cream cheese. Make sure you don't put too much, otherwise it's going to be hard to close. Just like mango, we're going to carefully lift the Ziploc bag and roll it over. And make sure to peel the bag off slowly so you don't rip the empanada. I have to say, I'm actually pretty surprised that the first one turned out perfect. Now I'm going to repeat that 9 times until we got them all made. As you can see, the other 9 don't look so pretty, but it's our first time and I really hope they just taste good. We're going to melt some butter on medium-high heat, and we're going to fry them for about a few minutes on each side or until golden brown. Make sure there's enough butter so they don't stick in the pan. Alright, let's flip one and see how it looks.
Boy.
They're not very beautiful, but I'm pretty proud that I came out with 10 empanadas. The presentation is a work in progress, but the most important thing is how they taste. I also feel like I can use some kind of sauce or dip, so I just mix some sour cream, yogurt, green onion, salt, and pepper. Now let's give it a taste test. I have to say, the best part of this recipe is the corn dough that we made. It's soft and crunchy, has a very nice flavor to it. I would give the dough a 9 out of 10, and I'll give the filling about a 7 out of 10. I definitely recommend using this recipe for the dough, I might even use it to make tortillas or taco shells in future. I want to thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys soon.